This is a companion to the English translation of Social Anarchism and Organization. In this episode, Building Social Force, Liberation Through Class Struggle. Social groups are organized around lifestyle, consumption, work, religion, politics, etc. And in all of these domains of social life, capitalism and the state reinforce material conditions that create class conflict. This means that class consciousness can express itself through a variety of different organizations and from any number of different origins in our society. And movements which are the result of class struggle merit support by radical revolutionaries, just as movements which use authoritarian tactics to gain popularity merit critique. There is not a single correct way to go about cultivating the social force necessary to transform society, but it will undoubtedly include mass numbers of people organizing themselves. This will bring into question the ethics and determination of the individuals involved. How will the movement be organized? How committed are the masses? How responsible is the leadership? What the exploited classes of the world need is liberation from the forces of capitalism and the state, not a regime change. It is precisely because social movements organize, grow, and institutionalize themselves outside of the official mechanisms of the state that they have liberating potential. Unfortunately, liberation is not synonymous with revolution. Politicians use the word revolution to mean the capture of pre-established power which exists independently of popular movements. Political revolution may or may not be liberating, it may or may not be democratic, may or may not be popular. The social force necessary for revolution begins with the actions of individual people. These may be militants, activists, dissidents, workers, renters, or other organizing and organized members of the exploited classes. Nevertheless, alone, an individual constitutes an incomplete force, which needs collaboration and social aims to realize its full potential. In order to collaborate in revolutionary ways, people use groups as tools. One of these tools is the mass movement. Another one of these tools is a specific political organization. And still more of these tools include social clubs, workplaces, families, classrooms, and friend groups. Maintaining efforts to cultivate knowledge and skills amongst militants requires the long-term practice of radical pedagogy, because individual learning and teaching are permanent endeavors. But liberatory education that is reciprocal and dynamic still needs a place to be practiced. And so, the class struggle, because of its pervasiveness, serves as both the training ground for radicals and the arena for the revolution. Every collective and organized act is a potential training and learning moment for the radicalized and radicalizing. Through various iterations of the class struggle over time, the exploited classes learn to dismantle the mechanisms of capitalism more effectively and thoroughly. So, in a popular movement, the daily work to coordinate and plan has a real effect on the growing social force of the movement. Regardless of the short-term outcome, participants in popular movements gain an understanding of the specific historical context of their time and its dominant forces. Through this engagement, they can become active agents in the development and dispersal of new strategies for future conflicts.